You already know the drill. I get all my weekly groceries from New York City's largest farmers market. So let's talk about everything I got for a week of eating for 2 people. I'm gonna post a full cost breakdown tomorrow, as well as a day-to-day meal plan breakdown with some recipes on my Substack, which is linked in my bio. But first, I just wanna talk about what all of this is. Starting off with the seafood. Up here, we have some very fresh tuna, and then under that, this super large bone-in skate wing. Look at how thick this skate wing is. Next to the skate, we have some little neck clams, and everybody's favorite, we have some lobster this week. I actually got it live and then steamed it right when I got home, just because I wanna eat it right after this. Okay, on to the specialty part of the haul. So starting out up here, we have these fiddlehead ferns. These were actually foraged by hand along the riverbank, and these are one of my favorite veggies of all time. I'm so excited for this. And next to that, we have this container of morels. Morels are some of the most expensive mushrooms at the market, probably the most I've really ever purchased, and they're only available for a few weeks out of the year. I'm actually splitting half this container with a friend. Moving on to some squash blossoms, as well as some nasturtiums. I really love the taste of nasturtiums. They're really bright and peppery. Some asparagus. I'm definitely pretty excited about the mostly white ones over here. Under that, some of these really thick green snow peas, as well as some chervil. And finally, we have some micro green lentils, chickpeas, and alfalfa sprouts. On to some basics. For fruit this week, we have this whole row of Bosque pears, as well as some strawberries finally in season. These two gorgeous heads of butter lettuce. Oh my gosh, look at that. Of course, could not forget chrysanthemums. And for alliums, we have this red and 2 yellow onions, and then supplementing that with some green garlic, as well as some red negi, which are basically Japanese scallions. Green garlic is basically just super immature garlic bulbs that were harvested pretty early. Okay, on to some dairy and eggs and this fish that I forgot to include earlier. So we have some cream, Greek yogurt, and Carfilly cheese. These were all made from dairy from grass-fed cows. A pretty substantial steelhead trout fillet, as well as a dozen fresh free-range eggs that were just picked yesterday. I was gifted some steaks for a paid collab. These aren't from the farmer's market, but I will be using them in my meal plan. So we have a New York strip steak, filet medallions, as well as this hanging tender. But feel free to substitute with other cuts of steak. I'll have some options up on my Substack. So that's everything. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna post a full cost breakdown tomorrow, as well as a day-to-day meal plan breakdown with some recipes on my Substack, which is linked in my bio. And don't forget to follow me to see weekly farmers market hauls and recipes. Okay, that's all. I'll see you next week for the next haul.